Kingdom Hearts series has fallen off in recent years, but the Disney crossover bounces back in the latest installment, Birth by Sleep. It takes the best elements from the previous games and throws in some new additions to provide an adventure that's right on the mark. Is this the next must-own game for the PlayStation Portable?
One of you might be special enough.
A prequel to the original Kingdom Hearts, Birth by Sleep tells the story of Aqua, Terra, and Ventus. After an incident drives the heroes apart, they each set off on their own adventures across many Disney-themed worlds to battle the evil Unversed. But the maniacal Xehanort and his mysterious minion Vanitas are pulling the strings, leading the three heroes on a path to inevitable doom unless they can reunite to counter the evil plan.
You two would make the weirdest brothers.
Huh?
Though the game splits up the experience into three tales focusing on each character, they're each unique and easy to follow. It's all supported by excellent cinematic sequences and top-notch writing, no excessive ice cream scenes to be found here. The infusion of Disney elements is done very tastefully, keeping things lighthearted and giving you a chance to catch your breath and relax after the intense action.
You think being strong is the same as being a hero? Who are you? Why do you have a Keyblade?
I'll tell you later. Right now, we gotta stop these things.
Birth by Sleep focuses on its lengthy story mode, which is broken up into 3 unique campaigns for each character. While you'll visit most of the same worlds and areas in each campaign, the game mixes things up well. The worlds draw from Disney's expansive catalog to inform their design, ranging from classics such as Snow White and Cinderella to more recent hits like Hercules and Lilo and Stitch. The basic system of leveling up and unlocking new abilities follows the same formula as previous entries in the series. Defeating foes earns you experience and money, which you use to purchase new items and spells. You earn new Keyblades after completing almost every world, and special abilities and magic spells level up as you progress.
Keyblades are not something you use just to bully somebody around.
Things get even more intricate with the D-Link system, a mechanic that lets you swap movesets with another ally. In all, Birth by Sleep offers the most substantive character progression system in the series yet, and there's a lot to keep track of.
Never you worry about him. He's a special case.
Many of the worlds feature some sort of quest or objective that doesn't rely solely on swinging your Keyblade or casting magic spells. Escorting Cinderella safely to her home, playing hide-and-seek with the 7 dwarves, and training with Hercules are just a handful of the diverse activities you'll engage in. There are also mini-games scattered about that prove pleasantly addicting. The multiplayer mode also proves surprisingly comprehensive. Many of the single-player activities are available in competitive form, not to mention the Versus mode that lets you settle once and for all who the true Keyblade Master is. Events support anywhere from 2 to 6 players at a time via local Wi-Fi. This is one game you'll want to find friends to play with. Birth by Sleep is a big game, and each character's story will take you anywhere from 15 to 20 hours to complete. There's definitely replay value here. Going back and seeing each campaign through to the end and finding the many hidden collectibles unlocks significant post-game content.
Hey, how about one date?
Oh, you mean, no, I have to leave right away.
No matter how impossible things seem, a powerful enough dream will always be enough to light the darkness.
Each character in Birth by Sleep handles differently to a degree, but the learning curve isn't that steep, and jumping into any campaign is ultimately a breeze. Getting around on foot is simple, but there are frequent bouts of platforming that put your twitch skills to the test. Your aerobatic maneuvers aren't as refined as they should be, but they get the job done. Platforming eventually becomes much easier down the road as you unlock new abilities to jump higher, dash in midair, and glide around.
It's over!
Combat plays out in real-time battles. You approach enemies and engage them at will, except when you're forced into battle via scripted encounters. You have a smart targeting system that will automatically follow the nearest enemy, or you can manually lock on to foes to give them your full attention. The targeting system works well enough, but it's far from perfect. You can get spun around and wind up facing the wrong way every now and then. Breaking off from an enemy is also frustrating at times.
Want some?
Attacks are dished out via your Keyblade or by selecting abilities from your deck of moves. There's a combo system that lets you chain attacks, but the bigger payoff comes from the meter above your attack menu. It fills up as you deal damage, and when full, it lets you unleash a powerful finisher. But the mechanic takes it even one step further. If you mix in elemental attacks from spells, you can compound the effect and trigger a temporary state, where your attacks pack an even bigger punch. Mastering all of this is integral if you want to get far in the game. The challenge level is very high, even on the so-called beginner mode, but mashing will only get you so far. Eventually, you'll have to learn to play effectively. Mastering the various dodge and parry skills is imperative, and many of the boss battles involve context-sensitive sequences that will test your reflexes. If you're looking for one heck of a fight, you've come to the right place. Birth by Sleep is one of the better-looking games on the PSP, replicating the visual style of its PS2 predecessors with ease. The visuals take their toll on occasion, though. The animation will get sluggish when there's too much action on screen, and some environments are also a bit sparse on the details.
Now just hold your horses. I didn't mean the fortune.
A handful of the looping tracks will grate on your nerves, but don't be surprised if you lose yourself while listening to the rest of the soundtrack. As for the voice work, Leonard Nimoy delivers a standout performance, and overall, it features one of the few good English dubs in recent memory.
See more worlds. Seek out the darkness that upsets the balance. Find Vanitas and bring an end to him.
While the last few entries certainly didn't live up to expectations, Birth by Sleep steers the Kingdom Hearts series back on course. With its deeply satisfying series of campaigns, solid battle and progression systems, and a worthwhile multiplayer component, you'd be foolish to pass this one up.